Curious to know how a single interview answer kickstarted my entire DevOps journey? How a love for Unix landed me in the heart of networking startup dream company during my master's is a story that shaped my entire career. How that crucial interview answer opened the door to my DevOps journey. From navigating the unfamiliar territories as a build and release engineer to navigating the waves of DevOps, containers, and cloud migration. It's been a thrilling ride of learning and growth. Join me as I share the twists, turns, triumph of my journey. A journey marked by continuous learning, strategic problem solving, and the acquisition of skills at every turn. From mastering new tools and languages to tackling budget constraints and navigating priority changes, each challenge became an opportunity to acquire valuable skills. I hope you will enjoy my story as much as I enjoyed living it. Don't miss the full story. Watch till the end for the full and engaging experience. It all begins during the final year of my master's in computer science, a 2-year program that includes 6 months of internship. As the final year unfolded, companies started coming to our campus for recruitment drives. They aim to hire students as interns with the potential to transition them into full-time employment based on their performance during the 6 months internship period. There was this networking startup, an aspirational dream company for many, renowned for its competitive salaries, excellent facilities, and most importantly, a pool of brilliant co-workers. And guess what? That dream came a reality for me. But how did I get there? After successfully completing an aptitude test, I navigated through a series of interviews covering many subjects, including networking, algorithms, sorting, to object-oriented concepts, and many more. However, a particular moment stands out vividly in my memory. The final question that the interviewer asked, "Which is your favorite subject?" Without a moment's hesitation, I responded, "Unix." I truly enjoyed studying Unix during my master's, even though it was considered the most challenging and uninteresting by many of my friends. Little did I know that this spontaneous answer would shape my career trajectory. Thanks to my love for Unix, they placed me in the build and release team. Starting point of my DevOps journey, all of this happening in 2007 before the birth of DevOps. So I embarked on my journey as a build and release engineer with a small team, just my team lead and me. The initial months were filled with challenges and everything seems new and overwhelming. Both source version control system and build and release processes were entirely new to me as they weren't taught during my university days. At that time, we used CVS as Git wasn't popular in those days. It took some time for me to get familiarized myself and grasp this concept fully. Following my internship, I transitioned into full-time employment and continued there for next 3 years. However, after 2 years, my team lead decided to move on, leaving me as the sole member of the team. During this period, I learned various scripting languages like Shell, Awk, Perl, in addition to programming languages like Java. A significant portion of my time was dedicated to working on the command line interface, mastering Linux commands, and editing tools like VI. I developed my expertise in source control version system and became familiar with essential build tools such as and make for creating binaries out of source code. Additionally, I engaged deeply with package managers like Yum and enhanced my understanding of deployment concepts. I also worked on designing web applications to enhance and streamline the build and release process using HTML, PHP, and Perl. And I also use SQL as a database. Subsequently, in 2011, I made a decision to transition and join another prominent company. Initially, we formed a two-person team, myself and my team lead. Our primary focus was on release engineering, but on a larger scale. This involved delving into automation, managing build tools, and maintaining the build and release servers, which were critical components. Our responsibilities included ensuring the currency of dependencies and packages to avoid any disruption in the build or deployment process. With time, I deepened my understanding of the release processes, gaining insight into challenges faced by developers, testers, and project managers. During those years, virtual machines were the norm. We used to have major releases annually, supplemented by quarterly minor releases and occasionally hotfixes. I remember the tension building up as we approached the release month. The stress level were high and the atmosphere was intense. As we identified challenges faced by our team, we began exploring tools for solutions. That's when we brought in Jenkins. We shifted existing automation script to integrate seamlessly with Jenkins, creating a smooth orchestration. This move also involved learning Groovy scripting, making a significant and impactful step forward. Around 2014-15, people started talking about DevOps. It became a buzzword and it caught my attention. I started looking into it and gradually worked on changing how we do things, making our continuous integration and deployment smoother. We adopted containers, switched from CVS to Git, and established better processes. With Git, after lots of research and thoughts, we decided to go with the Git flow model. That worked well for a couple of years until we encountered more issues. We also made our continuous integration pipelines better by adding unit testings and code coverage. It was when the idea of immutable infrastructure became popular and we started planning to move in that direction. I also explored Ansible for managing configurations, and the concept of treating infrastructure as code became a thing. During all this, I remember going to management requesting budget approvals and bringing on new team members to support our DevOps efforts. We pitched DevOps to management and it worked. We even had new interns join the team to assist with the transition. However, we faced resistance to cultural change from many developers and QA engineers. Around the same time, the agile movement gained momentum and we started working in the Scrum model. Overall, it turned out to be a success. We achieved faster builds and deployments, experienced fewer build breaks, and gradually people began trusting us again. It took patience, repeatedly explaining things to teams and understanding their challenges. By tweaking solutions, we gained their confidence and trust. Soon people recognized us as the DevOps team. Throughout those years, we faced situations where, due to cost-cutting measures, the company had to let go of people. Interestingly, because our team was dedicated to improving processes, during cost-cutting times, management viewed us as nice to have. Subsequently, many of my team members were either laid off or reassigned to different teams. Our team size fluctuated based on the company's economical situation. It was a constant cycle of growth and downsizing. Despite the changes, there were always one or two members in my team, and we were considered critical resources. We often receive calls after work hours to assist in resolving build or deployment related issues, highlighting the importance of our role in maintaining the stability of the system. In 2017, I dedicated extra hours after work and weekends to write and publish my first book on DevOps. DevOps was still relatively new but gaining popularity rapidly, and there were fewer people with those skill sets available in the market. This scarcity meant good pay and plenty of opportunities. The concepts, methodologies, and tools in DevOps kept evolving over the years based on user experience and problem solving, and we were continuously learning and improving. Additionally, the cloud was rapidly becoming a significant force in the industry. In 2018, I achieved my very first certification, AWS Solution Architect certification, followed by SysOps Administrator Associate, and capped it off with DevOps Professional certification. In 2019, new chapter began as I started working in Canada, joining a team of 16 DevOps engineers. We were organized into 4 squads: continuous integration, continuous deployment, continuous monitoring, and continuous quality. Although we were operating on premises, our processes were modernized with containerization, utilizing container orchestration tools like Nomad, which is equivalent to Kubernetes. On the development front, I delved into web development using PHP, JavaScript, Twig, WebSockets, and web servers like Nginx, and database like MongoDB. We were heavily using object-oriented GUI for Jenkins and also working with lots of APIs. In our team, prioritizing initiatives like DevSecOps become crucial. We also reached significant milestone by implementing robust logging and alerting system with Splunk. While initially sticking to the Git flow model, we faced challenges prompting us to actively explore alternative solutions. This led us to discover the benefits of trunk-based development and easily and consistently reproducible environments for testing. Later, we initiated migration to AWS, collaborating with multiple teams to re-architect on-premise applications for cloud deployments. While we extensively leveraged serverless options like ECS and Lambda, some applications found a suitable home on EC2 servers. Embracing the trunk-based development with Git, we harnessed AWS tools such as code pipeline, code build, code deploy, and CloudFormation. Notably, in the cloud, we strictly followed infrastructure as code, IAC, avoiding any resource creation or updation through the console. As part of our optimization efforts, we transitioned from Bitbucket to code commit, resulting in substantial cost savings. Additionally, we said bye to Jenkins, migrating to AWS code pipeline and step functions for more streamlined workflows and reduced maintenance. And my journey continues. In 2023, I achieved 6 AWS certifications, including DevOps Professional and Solution Architect Professional. I never stopped learning and adapting to new technologies, tools, and methodologies. Throughout the journey, numerous challenges emerged: resistance to change, budget constraints, advocating DevOps to management, presenting numbers, team downsizing, on-call responsibilities, context switching, and shifting priorities. However, these challenges become opportunities for me to refine skills I acquired over the years, the ability to strategically navigate challenges and find effective solutions. In essence, my journey has been all about continuous learning and improvement. I didn't sit down and formally acquire skills except for AWS Cloud. Instead, I picked them up along the way. Whenever I encountered something new in my work, I learned and gradually mastered it. It's important to recognize that it's not fair to expect someone starting or transitioning into their career in DevOps or any field for that matter to already know everything. The journey is about embracing growth and learning as you go. The evaluation of a candidate should focus on their willingness to constantly learn and adapt, their ability to collaborate effectively within a team, and their intelligence in crafting strategies to solve problems or challenges. These qualities are crucial in the ever evolving landscapes of DevOps. Share your thoughts on these crucial traits in the comment below. I'm curious to hear your perspective. As I look ahead to 2024, I'm curious and excited about new challenges and opportunities that awaits on my path. Stay tuned for more updates, and if you found this story useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next video.